Shall we take a seat, Mr.
Should we sit down?
Mr. Morningstar? I mean, Tom, please, if we could.
It's got my name on my chair. Brilliant. I love you too.
I was about to ask you, but I think that kind of answered the question. Being this is this your first time in Mexico?
No, it's not.
You've been here before?
I have been here before. I was working here about 2 years ago, actually.
Okay.
And it was amazing.
And did you get a feel of both that time and now did you get the feel of the Mexican warmth? Because I feel like you have, kind of.
I feel like they've turned up the heat, actually, this time. It's been amazing, yeah.
So, Tom, you portrayed a character from a DC comic, and you also had a brief moment in the series of the fastest guy alive in the Arrowverse. So, how is your relation with this comic book universe, or you don't have a relation at all? Because we know that there are very many actors that are in this kind of pictures, like comic book ones, superhero ones, but are not so familiar with the comic book universe.
Yeah, well, that was me actually. I didn't know that Lucifer was based on a comic book when I got the job. I said to you yesterday, I thought it was based on the Bible. So for me, it was like a new adventure to be involved in this kind of world and be invited to things like Comic-Cons. But it's been incredible because you don't get to meet your fans very much when you're doing like regular jobs. And on something like this, it's just incredibly overwhelming that you do the work that you do, and then you go around the world and you meet beautiful people like this. How much they respond to what you've been doing, and it's kind of it's a privilege. It's a real privilege.
Thank you.
Now, Lucifer is not the only part of pop culture that you are a part of. You've lent your voice to Robot Chicken, to Great North, and now you're going to be playing a godly feline in the animated adaptation of the game Exploding Kittens.
That's
right?
Correct.
How was your experience voicing these different characters? And was it your first time, what was your first time voicing a character, and how was your experience?
My first time voicing a character was when we did the animated episode of Lucifer.
Okay.
So that was my first dipping my toe into the sea of like animation. And then I got asked to go and do one episode of Family Guy, where I played Oscar Wilde, which was random. Wow. But I was a huge Family Guy fan, so I was like, yes. But then Exploding Kittens is the first time that I've done it for a long time, and to play, a character in a multi-episode show. It was so much fun. It really was. I mean, like, it's really, really funny, and they encourage you to be as silly as possible, and anyone that knows me knows that that's the best thing you can ask me to do. So I just got to have crazy fun on it, and it was like my wife's ideal job because I got to play God trapped in the body of a cat, and that's like her favourite things all wrapped up in one. So it was good. It was really good.
It sounds like a lot of fun.